Okay. I'm doing a reading for a client's daughter, and I'm going to use the Fairy Tarot deck. And so I'm shuffling, and I'm calling in the archangels, the angels, the perfect guides, and the perfect beings of light. And I'm asking that the messages come through, be clear and relevant, and offer insight and guidance into the client's situation, and that the information that comes through be for the highest and greater good of all. I'm going to be pulling 9 cards. Okay, so the first row deals with the current situation. So the issues the client is currently facing, the events currently surrounding the client. So the first card is the 8 of Winter. Not very clear, but of course I'll read it. You have what it takes if only you believe in yourself. Thinking that you're powerless when you're not. A lack of self-confidence that keeps you from getting what you want. So this tells me that the client is feeling stuck because they don't believe that they can achieve their goals or have the things that they want. Perhaps they can't get out of their situation because they don't believe that that's, they can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. So, this card, of course they, want you to know that you do have what it takes, but you need to, work on the confidence. So in this situation, the energy we're moving towards is the Emperor card, and it says, use logic and structure to increase your success. Get organized and a firm but compassionate leader. Okay, so this is more of a guidance card. It's suggesting that you get organized and start to formulate ideas and put things maybe down on paper and stuff, so that that increases your chances, increases your possibilities or the energies or whatever. Sorry, my dog is chasing the bird right now. So that's what all the ruckus is. But that will help to get the energy moving towards where you need it to be in order to increase your success. Plus, that's a process of shifting things within oneself, because as you're doing, you're building the confidence that you need to get, through a situation. When we're not doing anything about it, we're, we in a sense, we're creating the powerlessness that we feel. And we know that on many levels, but it's hard to get ourselves out of it. So just simply getting your ideas and thoughts organized, and writing some things down and stuff can help to get the energy going and stuff that you need to make those changes. So the additional information or guidance in this situation says the good you do comes back to you, an unexpected inflow of money, and borrowing wisely or repaying a debt. But what I'm seeing mostly in this card, and I'm seeing changes in or around the home. So I feel like that's connected to perhaps what the client is trying to achieve. I don't know if it's relocation or purchasing a home or, moving, whatever. I'm feeling that it has to do with, changes in or around the home. So I feel like if you just again start believing that you can have, these changes are possible, and you start writing some things down and getting organized and, little steps, towards creating the changes you're desiring, those changes are going to, in fact, manifest and result in, and this looks like a real happy situation, a real happy change taking place in or around the home. So we'll move on to the next current situation. It's the 5 of Autumn card, and it says, reach out to others for assistance, poor timing for a career change, feeling challenged by money issues. Okay, so perhaps this is connected to why the client feels powerless in her situation. So again, I mean, it's kind of cut and dry as far as I'm feeling like you're in a place of needing right now. So perhaps, you're having to, count on others to help survive in some way. So, because obviously there's a challenge of these money issues, and again, I just feel like that creates, or is connected to this feeling of powerlessness in the first card up here. So again, that's the current situation, is that you're feeling, again, the financial pinch in some way, and perhaps, having to, accept handouts, or could be that you're the one handing out too. So, which in a sense, of course, would keep us powerless if we give too much to others as well. So this card is talking about either having to be in a position of needing something from other people in order to help us to survive, or also, giving too much of ourselves to others that where it's affecting us. And either way, it's creating a cycle that is leaving us feeling powerlessness. That's what's going on here. And then, so moving, the energy we're moving towards says, bring fun into everything you do, juggling multiple priorities or jobs, and exceptional talent for multitasking. So I feel like this is a card of getting like very good ideas. Sorry. Getting some like inspirations and taking action towards those things that you're feeling, are coming to you, things you're feeling inspired to do, which also is connected to the Emperor card above that is telling you to use logic and structure in order to help make those ideas and inspirations, become a reality. So, and also this card is reminding you that, you have what it takes in order to make these things happen. So I feel like you may be feeling overwhelmed by your situation, But, to start taking baby steps, start making action, is going to give you the momentum that you need in order to make those changes and stuff that you're really hoping to achieve, and also help you with the confidence you need to, to implement those changes and stuff. So the additional information or guidance says, protect the fruits of your labors, prepare for possible challenges that lie ahead, and environmental conservation. So this card is kind of speaking about being like on the lookout for yourself, and for what you do have going on that is that you should be protecting it. Usually this card for me is often connected to children. So if you have children, then this card usually is related to our relationship with them, and it kind of reminds us that they're our motivating factor, or the reason to be all that we possibly can be, because they're watching us, and they are little sponges, and they're counting on us, and we should be the role model, and show them that we are capable of the things that we are capable of. This teaches them in so many ways to really have the confidence they need in themselves to be successful and make really good choices in life. So anyway, I don't know necessarily that there's any challenges that lie ahead, like as far as just look out for the little ones, if there's little ones involved. So moving on to the next current situation, it says, no more procrastinating. Your power comes from making a decision. Confusion that arises from overanalyzing the option. So this again tells me that the client is basically stuck, not doing anything because of the feelings of powerlessness that they feel, and that this card is telling you that not making a decision is making a decision, and of course encouraging you to start implementing the changes that you're being guided to make, and again, your power comes from making a decision. So a lot of times we think we don't have power when we do. So making the decision, and just simply beginning with making the decision, starts to get those energies flowing in the direction towards making those things happen. So making a decision, being hell-bent on sticking to that decision. No, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm not, I want this, I want to move here and have my own place, or whatever it is, those changes or whatever, and just being from the heart and focused on it starts to help to those things to come into fruition. So that's what I feel is really a message in that card as well. So moving on to the upcoming energies in the situation, it says unfounded fear, focusing on worst case scenarios, allowing worry to grow out of proportion to the problem. So unfortunately it looks like you're still going to be stuck in these thoughts that keep you in your situation, because your focusing is on worst case scenarios and stuff, instead of the possibilities. Being too focused on the challenges or whatever can keep us stuck. So, and the card is saying that it's unfounded fear. So a lot of it, you know, again, probably comes from the lack of self-confidence that the client has within herself. So again, I would like to encourage you to really work on, you know, making baby steps towards building, you know, that confidence, and doing some solar plexus chakra healing. That's our center of self-esteem and willpower. Wearing, you know, yellow, eating yellow fruits and vegetables, you know, things like that. Carrying citrine, you know, certain crystals or whatever can help with all of that too. So moving on to the additional information or guidance. It's the King of Autumn card, and it says, be assertive when it comes to what you know is right. Everything going your way. A good person or company to work for. So again, this card is like encouraging you to follow, you know, what you're feeling guided to in your heart, you know, encouraging you to make those changes, and letting you know that things can go your way. Again, starts with the decision to allow those things to go your way. You know, if you're frozen in fear, you're blocking a lot of the possibilities and opportunities that, you know, we're not even aware of even existing, because we're so, you know, surrounded in thoughts of helplessness and powerlessness at the time. You know, we're like, you know, how are we going to get out of this, and who's going to help me with that, and, you know, da 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 da, right? So just making those changes and making the decision to make those changes, and, you know, can help tremendously with things going your way. But I do feel like there's going to be some changes in or around the home, and, you know, with having some fun too. You know, this other card up here mentions bringing fun into everything you do. You know, having like a childlike heart about things will help with a lot of the negative energies and stuff. It will help to dissipate, and also help us to tap into our creative part, where we can find the solutions that we need, you know, to help us implement the changes that we're looking to make. So like we often, when we're, you know, being bogged down with the worry and the fear, the solutions, like the mind isn't open to receiving, you know, the higher information that can actually help us and give us the guidance that we need, and love and encouragement and support too. So anyway, overall, you know, again, you know, start writing some things down, start getting organized, you know, baby steps, work on this self-confidence, use crystals, do some chakra healing, use some affirmations for the solar plexus, and the willpower and the self-esteem will help. If you're giving too much to others, you know, be mindful of how that's affecting you. And also, if you're in a position where, you know, others are giving, you know, supporting you, you know, in your living means or whatever, that just, you know, that is just a temporary situation that can be overcome once you start making the changes, you know, that you're feeling guided to make, or that you know, the steps that should be implemented in order to bring about the change you desire. So anyway, if you have any questions about your reading, you can always email me and let me know. And I hope you have a blessed and wonderful day. Thank you.